and welcome to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks,
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike,
hates French toast, and your children.
and you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about. It's me! It's you! We're both here!
Wow. What an intro. How are you, Pike?
I'm going to need you to settle down. Okay, we're not all this energetic today.
That's right. I'm the yin to your yang.
Yeah.
That's what today is.
I'm just going to bring you down over the next hour. Cuz if I'm not happy, nobody can be.
That's right. Yeah. Pike is exceedingly tired today, which is fine. Totally understandable. He wakes up incredibly early. Today, I shouldn't have as much energy right now. I feel like I am, I'm a supernova happening right now. I have a live, boundless amounts of energy that by the end of the show, I will be completely drained of. And I'll be on par with your energy level, Pike. But right now, bro.
Great. No, I'm happy for you. I'm happy. I genuinely, I'm happy you're happy. We're gonna milk you dry. We're gonna have you give everything you got over this episode. And by the end of it, you're just gonna be like, that's you, sucked dry.
That's right. And that means that I get one of my fantasies fulfilled of Pike milking me one way or another. It's about time. Yeah, finally accepted my invitation, Pike. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm gonna milk you. You're gonna get milked. Oh yes.
Oh God, I'm aroused would be an understatement right now for the show today. I'm happy you're here. This is Not a Financial Advisor at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. Make sure you're giving him a follow. Wonderful man, wonderful follow, great dude. I am also not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is a comedy podcast, right, Pike? And I'm on all social media at Sparks Radio.
I would agree. One of these days, I'm going to become a financial advisor, and you're going to have to change the intro. You're going to say, this, in fact, is a financial advisor.
Oh, God, I would love that to happen. Donna is here. Donna B. She says, what did I just tune into? Great question, Donna. Yeah, we started off with milking this morning. That's how we're doing it here. So thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the committee. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. That's always huge. We absolutely love it when you hit that button. Shout out to some new subscribers that we got yesterday. So that's exciting. And of course, anyone who tells a friend about this, leaves a comment, a review, a thumbs up, anything. Shout out to you. You're part of the committee now. Thanks for being here. It's a comedy finance show. We're tweaking it. We're putting a little finance twist on the whole thing. Today,
yes. I wish there was a way to combine those two words. You know, like Brangelina, comedy and finance, but they just don't. They don't work. My brain has tried every possible way.
Fimedy? That doesn't sound good.
No, it's horrible.
Fomedy?
Finance? Finance?
Finance is so bad.
I know. They're so bad. It wasn't meant to be.
Yes, it's a finance show. Exactly. Make sure you are sticking around for the finance. Oh, lots of finance going to happen today on the program. Now, we're going to be talking today about how to ignore people who flash money. It's a problem I see all the time. People get wrapped up in it. They're trying to hang with the Johnsons, you know? They're trying what do they keep up with the Smiths across the street, you know, that kind of thing.
I like hanging Johnsons.
They're trying to hang some Johns, hanging some. Could be the Wangs. Let's not keep it super. Let's get diverse here. Cultural diversity. Hang with the Wangs. Got some hanging Wangs going around here across the street. We live in a diverse neighborhood, and that's the America I want to live in. Okay. Enough of this.
Me too.
Whitewashing metaphors. No, we don't need that shit. Okay.
Right. There are other names out there.
Yeah, dongs. It could be dong.
Dude, there's a market down the road from me. It's called the Dong A Market. It's like A-level dong. News knowledge. Always up to date on the news. I saw one the other day in the elevator. Somebody in the building has a Doberman, and the Doberman goes, "You see the Senate passed that bill?" I said, "No, I haven't seen that yet." "Yeah, the stimulus." I went, "Thank you. I'll check into that."
It's amazing.
The Doberman was saying.
Doberman said that. He's
to me, a person.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. He's not only a talking dog, but he's a well-spoken dog and literate.
Very knowledgeable on the goings-on in Washington. I'll tell you that.
Whoa, bro. I'm impressed. Well, like that dog that you spoke to in the elevator, which, by the way, you have a lot of conversations in the elevator with either nobody or dogs. I'm very impressed, as we learned yesterday. Then that's right. You're in the right place because we're gonna slap that knowledge right on you, which is great. All right, so let's start the show. But before we can do anything, Pike, let me ask you this.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it your goal to dress like Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees? Is that your goal? Because that's how you're dressed today. I mean, let's get a one shot on
sweatshirt.
Pike. Yeah, you got the hat backwards.
I get the pant.
You look like you just are about to break down. Oh my God, he's showing his ass to the camera. You can show your pants without putting your ass in the camera, dude. You don't have to stand on a chair. All right. It's looking like Flashdance. It's going on.
Little dinner and a show. Okay. Yeah, no, I never thought of that. Actually, today was like kind of the last thing I had to wear.
Yeah.
It's like the sweatshirt, because believe it or not, it gets chilly in the morning out here, and I wanted to be warm. But like I told you, I'm about to interview Vanilla Ice, and I want to have like video rolling, and I'm like, okay, I gotta look cool in that interview. So what should I wear? Not this. Can't be looking like Nick Lachey out there. So
you're
give me a little more
get
confidence.
Changed for your Vanilla Ice interview.
Yeah, I mean, at least a different top, dude. Yeah, what you don't think that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I think it'd be awesome if you wore something absolutely ridiculous. That's what I think. Donna says a nice butt. Woohoo.
Oh, come on. Thank you, Donna. Hey, remember before the show when you said, do you got to go to the bathroom at all? And I said, no, I'm good. Well, since then, I have finished my coffee, and it has hit me like a ton of bricks.
Is this a shit or you got to go pee-pee?
No, it's a deucer.
Are you kidding me? We're in the middle of a live show. We're streaming.
I know. Okay, I don't get to schedule my shits, unfortunately. I can wait. Let me see how long. Let me see how long I can make it. It'll be a little contest.
Oh my God. All right. I've put zero thought into this segment of the show, and it's the first thing people listen to. People click on this to find out how they can ignore people flashing cash, and then they go, what do you think of daylight savings? It's the worst.
Well, if it's so bad, you don't have to give it a long, just say it's fine, and we'll move on.
Oh, God. I hate daylight savings. I think it should be eradicated. I think that should be I was hoping Joe Biden, when he became president, that would be his first act as president. So it's just eradicate that nonsense. Like, just if we change time, let's just stick to it. That's the new time. That's it. We're there. No more. Right? We're done.
Yeah. Well, that's a little teaser for my news that matters. Okay? Because that may be possible in the near future.
So, okay, you're going to bring this back around, this question.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bookend for the show.
Well, now I feel silly because now I was saying how little thought you put into it, but now it's just a tease It's the old radio tease for the end of the show.
Exactly. Yeah, I know I present myself like there was zero preparation, but that's part of it. All right, that's part of the delivery.
It's part of what makes Pike so special. Yeah, you make it look like you put zero effort into it, but really there was,
minimal effort. Yeah. A little more than zero, though.
Stefano is here. He says, let me ask you this. Pike, do you have to take a shit before we start the show? I've asked this question, Stefano. I asked Pike if he had to use the bathroom before we started the show. And you said what, Pike?
I said, no way, I'm good. And I was. At the time, I was good. I didn't know that this would come barreling down my intestines like an avalanche. Mixed with coffee.
Speaking of Pike and avalanches, his bowels are going to be messed up tomorrow on the show, 5 on Friday, because Pike will be eating an entire jar of mayonnaise as his punishment for losing our song competition. That is tomorrow. I cannot wait. Oh, it's going to be like Christmas. This is the thing I've been looking forward to the most, Pike, for a year, because we went into like lockdown and quarantine and all this kind of stuff for a year. I haven't had this much excitement in a year. Think about that. You taking globs of just hoeing that thing in your mouth. Just wow, right? That is going to be my Christmas. That's what
it's going to be gross for you too, because there will be puke, right?
I'm fine.
There's going to be a lot of puke.
I'm fine with
Tons
that.
of puke. And I'm not going to hide it either. I'm going to like make sure you see it coming out of my mouth every time.
Dude, you kidding me?
I'm not going to wipe my mouth. It's going to be all over my face, chunks. Yeah.
And I'm going to be
That's
smiling.
happening.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. That's tomorrow on the show. All right. Let's get to the main segment, I guess you could say, if you want to call it that. How to ignore people who flash cash. What do you do, Pike? Because God knows you don't have a lot. Okay. I already know. Don't have to. That's not a big secret. Everyone knows Pike. Not a big millionaire guy.
Not a millionaire. Well, people flash. I don't like when money is like a thing. I don't like talking about it. I don't like hearing how much you have because I just don't care.
Yep.
So I just don't engage.
Yep.
Really, they can talk, to themselves if they want, but I'm not going to be providing a two-way conversation.
Do you feel any kind of pressure to buy stuff though? Like when you see your peers or people buy things and you're like, oh God, I kind of want that too. I mean, do you feel that way or no?
I do. Maybe not things, but like drinks or dinners, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
If we're on a vacation or something and they're like, I got this one. You might feel more obligated to just like get the next round, which I think is fair. But when you're with your bros who are like, nobody's buying anything, it's just like, no, yes, waiter, we'll split this check 7 ways. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
I know. Yeah, I got that. And now you don't even need to do that with like Venmo and all these other things. You don't have to worry about splitting checks, which is like super dope.
It's really nice. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah. And I don't mean to besmirch you by saying you're not a big money guy. I didn't want to say like Pike is poor. Pike probably has more money than I do right now. And I'm just not, I didn't want to sound like that was like a dig at you. I was not meaning it to be a dig.
I'm not poor. I have an income but it's not like exceedingly high where it's like not an issue. Throwing money everywhere.
Exactly. How do I ignore people? Here's the thing. When I was researching this topic, when I was trying to get some data to throw at people, which will bring out some factoids coming up here, I think knowledge is a great way to ignore people. I can't remember who said it, but somebody called them $30,000 millionaires, like people who make 30 grand a year and then they drive the Beamers. They have like underglow lights on their car. They got Gucci clothing and they're out like, at the bars or the clubs and they're blowing a bunch of cash. And you're like, okay, Dude, you're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anyone. I don't know what has been pulled over your eyes to make everyone think that you have a lot of cash, but I know you don't. I know you don't. I know you have a lot of debt, and I know that is crippling you emotionally at night when you come out of the bar or the club and you look at that bill that you have and you're like, oh, fuck. Because real rich people don't have that feeling. They don't have that, oh, fuck feeling, because they're like, yeah, no, that's a price of going out. That's fine. I already understand, right? That's what the real wealthy people have. And fake wealthy people who just throw cash around, they have nothing but anxiety. And I know because I've been that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Been that
well,
guy.
we've absolutely all been there, unless you were just raised wealthy. Like we were all in college. We all had our first job. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Constant worry.
Dude, have you ever been on a date with someone and gone like you order and then she orders and then you're like, oh, you want to get a drink? You get a drink, and they're like, oh, about another drink. And in your brain, you're sitting there just like, okay, that was a $20 plate. Yeah. Each drink is about $8. All right, how much was mine?
You're like Googling what's tax in North Dakota? Like, how much is that gonna be? Calculate. Why do you've been on your calculator all night?
Yeah, what's going on here? No, I'm texting someone. I'm not averaging every dollar and cent that you've consumed this evening so far. It's fine. Hope you're having a great time, because I am sweating bullets over here when that check comes. It's exactly, I've done that. You know what? Aside from just sweating the finances, I hate that feeling of not being like savvy enough to not care about that shit. You know, like it's not just about the money. It's like being in that place in my life where I have to fucking sweat about that. You know, that's like, that's I don't like that place.
No. Right. Or just ever being in a vehicle where you're trying to get home and you're empty, you're getting to empty, and it's not like, okay, where's the next gas station? No, because you don't have money to put gas in. So it's essentially get home or call the police. I don't know. What do you do in that situation?
That's exactly right. Yes. You're like, oh, it looks like I'll be walking. Hopefully I can pull this car into a parking lot. It's not on the side of the road and it gets towed away. So here's some info that I dug up about people who flash money compared to people who actually have money. Statistically, people who flash money are usually douchey. Now, I have no hard numbers behind this. This is my own statistics that I'm inventing here. But dude, people who flash cash are douchey. The first people I think of are like the rappers that are just like, yeah, man, money, 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 money. I hate that shit. I hate that mentality. I hate that persona that is put out there, because essentially it's there to make you feel like shit so they can feel better about themselves. Like, yeah, man, you don't have a Lambo and sitting there making it rain on strippers? Well, then you're a piece of trash. And it's like, no, what? Dude, I'm going to work. I'm saving money. I'm feeding my kids. Why am I the trash bag right now? What am I doing? You know what I mean? I just don't like that.
And a lot of them are like they're such low level rappers. Like, you'll see videos where it's like, you're not getting that money from the rap. I know that. Right. So you're clearly like a drug dealer at this point. So congrats.
Exactly. Or it's just like fake cash they bought off Amazon. You know, it's like they actually spent money on fake money. You know, what up to Colin? Yeah. He's here, the committee chair. Thanks for being here. So I don't like that. I think people who don't have a lot of cash feel the need to flaunt it. And it's just like, it's a cover. It's a safety blanket for them. Like, no, I do have a lot of money. So think about that next time someone's flashing a lot of money. Keep that in the back of your mind. It'll help you ignore it in the future. Also, there's like it's called the Global Wealth Report that gets put out every single year. 2020 Global Wealth Report was just put out here. Now that's 2021. And they said that 20 million millionaires. Sorry, what's up?
Oh no, that's like super hype. Like I'm excited for that. Can you hear me through my headphones right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, through your
I'm going to keep
headphones?
listening.
No, I can't hear you through your headphones. I can only hear you through the microphone.
You can.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to go take a dump. Go.
I'm going to call you back.
Okay. Pike is now left. He's now left the show, so you can go take it. It's a live show. It's a live show. Wait, he's back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Dude, don't.
Yeah, it's happening. Dude. I'm pumped for this bit about the global money thing. So continue.
Dude, I am not going to sit here on the show with you while you take a toozy. We're
There's
not
no
doing
problems
this right now.
here. No, it's not going to be loud. Just don't even pretend it's not happening. All right, global money.
Oh my God. Don't grunt.
I'm not grunt. I'm waiting to listen.
Oh my God.
Ugh, awful. Ash trash booty cheeks.
Pike is now left. We're listening to him on his headphones, and he's in the bathroom taking a dump.
Well, it'd be in your best interest to kind of like keep talking.
Okay.
So there's no...
God, Jesus, dude. Oh my God. All right. So I can't even. I did all this research. All right. The Global Wealth Report is put out every single year. The 2020 Global Wealth Report just came out. Just came out because it's now 2021. Colin says, yes, Pike, squeeze them butt cheeks. Okay, good Lord. It said that there's 20 million millionaires currently in the United States. We have 20 million millionaires. Is that more or less than you thought?
It's about what I expected based on the pain in my stomach.
Okay, I'm not talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking about the amount of millionaires. Sure. The amount of millionaires.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. No more, no less.
Stefano is saying Pike has been secretly trying to eat a jar of mayo. Those are the side effects. That's what he says right now. Mm-hmm. So there's 20 million millionaires in the United States. I'm just going to keep talking because I don't want to hear your farts. You have 20 million millionaires in the U.S. That's more than 8% of the U.S. adult population.
Wow.
So there's 8% of U.S. adults have a net worth of $1 million or over, which is, I thought that's pretty high, dude. I thought that was pretty high. 8%?
Yeah, millionaire though. So, I mean, how many of those are just like 1 million? I mean, how impressive is that really?
Well, 1 million's impressive. It's more money than I have. But here's the thing. The median income for a 25-year-old in the United States is around $47,700 for a 25-year-old. Mm-hmm. So if you're a 25-year-old person living in the U.S., you're making around $4,800 a year. And if you start saving 10% a year, like clockwork, you remember how we had that when we were doing like budgeting in the wealth pillar? If you just automatically take 10%, save it every single year, 10% of every paycheck goes to savings, you'll be a millionaire by the time you retire at 65. And I'm not calculating compound interest. I'm not calculating investments. I'm not calculating any of that. So if you get in early and you start saving 10% every year when you're in your 20s, by the time you hit 65, you will be a millionaire. Now, if you're in your 30s, let's say you're 35, the average, the median income for a 35-year-old is $59,000. If you save 17% of your income, you're going to end up getting $1 million by the time you're 65. So that's a big jump, 10% to 17%. That's a huge swath of your income. So it's way better to get in early. Time is more important than the amount in this scenario of trying to hit $1 million. And right. I just said a millionaire because I just considered Oh, for God's sake. I just consider $1 million to be a wealthy person.
Yeah, I would say. How much money do you need for retirement, would you say? Like $1 million, even if...
Yeah, I'm glad you're washing your hands. That's great, Pike.
Oh, it's just for show.
Oh my God.
I knew I'd get some shit if I didn't, so.
Yeah, shit on your fingers. Gross.
All right.
How much do you need for retirement? All depends on what kind of retirement you want to live. Oh, he's back.
Hello.
Hey.
Get my microphone back, huh?
Unbelievable. No. No. No.
All right. Well, I'll be right back.
All right. There goes Pike. He's now coming back. I cannot believe he just did that on this show. I cannot believe he just did that.
What were the alternatives?
You could just hang up and I could keep doing this by myself. I didn't need to hear grunts and flushes.
I tried to be quiet.
Oh my God. All right. It's fine. It's fine. So I don't know. I just said $1 million makes you wealthy. That's just kind of, I was just using that as my basis here for this data.
Okay.
So can I bring up some more market research?
Of course.
Because you got like, there's 20 million millionaires in the United States. That's more millionaires than anywhere else in the world. Yet it's not like you see everybody walking around flashing cash, you know, I mean, that kind of thing. It's not like you're
right.
Yeah, does that make sense? So,
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, 8%. You meet 100 people today, 8 of those people are going to be millionaires. They're not all going to be, you know, with gold grills, walking around like rappers or anything, looking like Paul Wall. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're going to be normal people. So what do these normal people look like? Well, this research firm, Merits CX is the name of it. They found the average car millionaires drive are non-luxury cars. Jeep Grand Cherokees, Jeep Wrangler, Honda Civic, and the Honda Pilot were the most common vehicles that millionaires drive in the United States. And they all have around the same starting base value of $30,000 a car.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, those are nice vehicles. Like a Wrangler, that's a nice vehicle. I would like to have a Wrangler.
Yeah. They're all nice cars, but they're not all highfalutin fancy. It's not like you're driving around in Maybachs or a Lambo or all these other, dude, they're just driving. Dude, a Honda Pilot, I think is the most expensive car on that list. A Honda Pilot, you're looking at like $36,000. So it's not, it's a nice car, but it is not a luxury car by any means, right? It's not you're not driving a Porsche. You're not driving Beamers.
No, they're pretty standard. I mean, they're really nice, ton of space, you know, but like my wife drives one, you know, but
nice.
Yeah, they're very, very nice.
Very nice. But you're looking at $30,000 for a car. You're not looking at $130,000 for a car. Exactly.
No, yeah, even right.
This is a great comment from Colin here. Colin calls it the retirement and a poop show.
Yes.
It's the only financial show you're gonna get with a man taking a Tuesday right in the middle of it. And going along with the ride.
If we want to keep kind of going with it, I can try to schedule this like because really just the cup of coffee is the catalyst, so I can just have one before every show.
So here we go. I got a couple more stats, and then I want to throw it to you because I'm talking like a whole ton here. This is think about it. The average millionaire. All right, so the average millionaire in the United States, it's not that crazy to think about, actually. If you think of like a 65-year-old person who was on track retirement-wise, 70-year-old retirement-wise, you know, that kind of thing, and was saving and earning a good living and, investing it wisely, you're looking at like $700,000 in an IRA or retirement plan or a pension. And then they probably own their house. That's a $300,000 house. And then they own two $30,000 cars. It's not an insane concept to think, oh, yeah, that's a millionaire. They own 2 cars and they paid off their house. And they've been putting money into retirement since they were 30 something years old. And now they're near retirement age, or they are retired. That's a millionaire. It's not that crazy.
It's not crazy.
Yeah. It reminds me of this story, something that happened to me in Fargo, actually. I was at the ATM at West Acres Mall, but it's like outside in the parking lot. I think near like 13th.
Yeah, the bank over there, yeah.
The bank. I went through the ATM and this beat up, real shitty Ford pickup truck, rusted, red, tattered. You could just tell it was owned by like a farmer. Like this thing had seen some shit. This thing is 30-year-old Ford truck, right? And he's in front of me at the ATM, and he gets some cash out and he drives away, and I pull up. Well, he didn't grab his receipt. Like nobody grabs their receipt. Well, his receipt was sticking out. So I grabbed it and I looked. How much money do you think that dude had in his bank account?
$50,000.
Way off.
But $2 million.
No, way less. $530,000 that dude had sitting in his checking account.
Jesus.
Now, I don't think it's a good idea to keep that amount of money in a checking account. It seems quite dangerous, to be honest with you. Like that's, I would absolutely put that into an investment of some sort. But Jesus Christ, I was like, what a flex. This guy's a total asshole. Then I was just thinking, oh, he did this on purpose. This dude saw this shitty car behind him, young kid in his 20s. He's like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this receipt here for this guy to fucking find. Exactly. I go in there, had like $16, like, in my bank account.
You got to make sure you have just enough. You had like 23 something just to cover the ATM fee.
Yeah. The $2 fee on top of the but anyway, it always that always stuck with me, and that was the most amount of money I had ever seen on a receipt at the time, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I saw one. Same thing. Just in it's bizarre because it's probably like 500 feet from where you were, literally at this bar that's right off the interstate, and we were playing blackjack, and I went up and got money out of the ATM, and sure enough, there was the receipt sitting there, and the ledger balance was like $220,000.
No way.
So it's not 500, but it was still like insane to me that was just sitting in this guy's checking account, and he had taken 40 out, just like a modest 40.
Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah.
Dude, if you got $200,000 just sitting in a bank account, that's $250,000. I imagine you're probably a millionaire because you probably own a house. You probably have some kind of business, and you probably have some kind of asset, that is worth a bunch of cash. And so it's just crazy. So when you think millionaire, and the whole point of us talking about this today is because I get a lot of questions now that we're talking finances and DM'd, and I absolutely love it. So please never hesitate to reach out and DM me anything. But the whole point is a lot of people get hung up on shit that other people have. And I don't want you to do that. If you got a goal, if you got something that you're striving for financially, keep your head down, go for it, and achieve that one goal. Don't let anyone else decide what your goals should be for you. If it's strictly a number like $1 million, then that's cool. Go for it, because that's how you're going to achieve. You're not going to get $1 million unless you want $1 million, and you actively set up a plan that you will follow through to the T to get $1 million. Just wanting $1 million is what everybody does, but not everybody will actually start to build momentum, formulate a plan. How do I get it? What do I got to do? Here's how I'm going to go. Point A, point B, point C. That's how you're going to achieve it. So when you see people just throwing around cash, dude, that's a blanket statement for I don't have a lot of it. Because anybody who does have money doesn't just get rid of it easily. They fucking save it, they invest it, and they want to grow more of it. They don't just hand it out in strippers' asses or blow it on depreciable assets like cars. I love cars. It kills me that I love cars. I love them. I think they're beautiful. They're pieces of art. I love driving them. They suck as an investment. They are awful unless they're old and rare. Like, if you're not making money buying a new car off the lot, it just doesn't happen. Unless like 12 of them were made. Then you're fine.
Yeah, the old Nissan Altima not going up in value anytime soon.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Colin says, I almost had the same experience myself, except it was my bank receipt and it was negative $100. Oh, no. Colin says, if Pike can do this daily and take pics, the committee can guess to which day it was or the most. Then it would be financial poop game show. We're not doing that, Colin. That's a horrible idea. We're not getting... we do not want Pike to take pics of his dump. We have Donna here who says, I drive a Jeep Wrangler.
That's awesome. It's like Will Ferrell in that skit. I drive a Dodge Stratus. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
What were you going to say before I flashed Donna?
Well, we could do it where each day, like I'll take a dump and we'll record the audio of me taking that dump, and then I'll take a picture to correspond with it, and we'll do like a little jumble. Like, you know, you got to match the sound with the picture.
Ugh, awful. Ass trash booty cheeks.
I mean, that's just the worst idea ever. We're not taking pics of dump. Dude, we're trying to be like a legit thing here, aren't we?
I know we're trying to be different, and I don't think anyone's doing that.
I think there's a reason why no one's doing that.
I'm just saying there's an audience for that.
Yeah, it's called OnlyFans, and we have none. Zero. Zero. All right, you want to get to the news that matters?
Bring it on.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters.
Holy shit.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Well, as I teased earlier, daylight savings time this Sunday, right? We're gonna spring ahead. Mm-hmm. Well, that might be the last time you ever have to spring ahead. Dun, 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 dun.
Please tell me.
Because there's a new bipartisan bill in the Senate right now that would make Sunday's time change permanent for the entire country. So if this becomes a law before November, we'll just stay in daylight savings time for good. Now, you said you don't like daylight savings time. You want to get rid of that. See, that's like a misconception. Most people would want daylight savings time to be permanent. Like, because it's when you spring ahead, go into daylight savings time, that's when it's getting, it's staying lighter later. And most people like prefer that. I do anyway, especially for like golf. You can golf after 8 p.m. some nights, whereas in the winter, during normal freaking boring standard time, it gets dark at 5 p.m. So this new bill, bipartisan, which is good, support from both sides. Okay, they really want to do this, so we're gonna see if it goes through. I really hope it does, because there's already like 15 states that have, on a state level, passed the bill, but they can't really do anything about it until it's passed on a federal level.
It's amazing. Who would not want to vote for this? This is by far the greatest news story that we have as a country to come together on. Like, this is it. Right. We have now found it. Like, this involves nothing financially. This involves it impacts financially. It impacts everything, but then it is completely like, oh, dude, I love it. It's like it's not a hot button issue. Everyone can agree on it. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
How rare is that to hear they have term bipartisan bill because you're just, even if you do in your head agree with it, you can't because of your party, and their view on it. But this, because I have yet to hear in all these years of talking about it, I've yet to hear a single argument like for changing time twice a year. Because they've done studies and it would like increase happiness and productivity because it fucks with you. It
really does.
Just when you get used to it, now you got to fucking switch again.
Yeah, it really does. I think they said it kills like 1 million people worldwide. 1 million people will die. Maybe not worldwide. Maybe it's just the United States. But it's because people wake up more and they get stressed, right? Did you hear that? And then they fucking, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're getting stressed over daylight savings and then waking up, you were pretty close to the end, I would imagine anyway.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But dude, like, I just switched from a normal schedule, like a normal work schedule, to getting up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm still getting used to like the time change from moving to the East Coast. And then now this Sunday, you're gonna rip another hour away from me?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I might be one of the million. That might kill me.
You're gonna die this weekend? This is it?
Yes, probably late Sunday. I'll let you know.
All right. So if you end up dying this weekend, Pike, it's not the mayonnaise, right? It's the time change.
I think a combination of those things. Yeah.
No, don't say that, especially on the record. It's the it's the time change. It's not the mayonnaise.
No, let it be known.
Oh, no.
If I die, the mayonnaise is part to blame.
No.
And the time change.
Don't say that, bro. Do not. Come on. It's really not good. That's not a good thing to say.
Come on over. Give me a hug. Come on. Get over and give me a hug. Come on.
Is that your wife?
Today, so.
Hi, Lauren. Hello.
Bye.
She did not want to hug you. You fucking weirdo. She did not want to be on camera hugging you.
Wow. I mean, what if she gets in it? What if she succumbs to the time change on her way out the door? I'll never get a chance to hug her.
You just said that could be the last hug you ever get from your wife?
Bro, you got to think like that. You got to.
I don't know.
One day
I don't think
be.
you have to think like that. I don't think you want like a last like half-hearted hug from a loved one that's like, I don't want to do this right now. And then you're like, it's the last one, you might die. It's kind of a shitty hug.
Okay. Otherwise, last memory would have been like, the last thing I did was watch her, walk out the door annoyed that I'm doing this podcast in the kitchen. What a memory.
Okay, good point. That's a good point. That's a great point. Colin is here. He says, please let this be true. Yes, absolutely. We have this news story is almost as great as Pike's 3-hour COVID boner story from yesterday.
Hell yeah. I'm on a hot streak. No, this story's real. It comes from usnews.patriot.aol.net.
No. Come on.
No, I'm kidding. No, this is it's from CBS News.
Dude.
CBS News.
Let's all do this, man. We should just everybody get up on your socials, call your senators. Let's do this, man. Let's get it going here because this is like, are you kidding me? It's the one thing that we can all agree on. My news that matters story is, man, I don't know. Have you heard that the quesalupa is returning to Taco Bell?
I might have seen a headline. I just didn't know what it was.
Think of a chalupa.
Yeah.
But then they put cheese on the inside of the shell.
Dude, that's pretty much like a cheesy gordita crunch.
I mean, let's not split hairs here, bro. Okay, it's quesalupa. And then, if you thought they were done, this is goddamn Taco Bell, okay? And they're not done. They're going to put 50% more cheese on there than they did last time.
Dude, 50%? That's significant. That's life-changing. Wow.
Imagine your mid-show shits after you eat a couple quesalupas.
Oh, Jesus. Yikes. Good luck matching that up.
Good
the
Lord.
Audio. Yeah, I think all Mexican food is kind of like the same. It's just like the
Wait
tortillas.
a minute. Are we entering the Take Factory here?
Yeah.
Now entering the Take Factory.
And here we go. We got hot takes on Mexican food. What do we got there, Pike?
I'm saying it literally doesn't matter what you order from the menu. It's all a combination of the same shit.
No, not true.
Do you want chicken or beef? What shape do you want the tortilla to be in? And yeah, we're going to put some vegetables on it.
Do you have a preference?
Yeah. Well, I like it all. Like, I just love food, but I'm always a hard shell over a soft shell guy.
What? Oh, God.
Dude, there's nothing. Taco Bell hard shell is the best fast food menu item.
Oh, Lord. Soft shell is always over hard shell. Like, every
Soft
time.
shells are stupid. Soft shells are shitty little burritos. Give me a big boy burrito. Yeah, now we're talking. But otherwise, hard shell.
You know what I'm finding out is that you say, I eat everything. I have great taste in food. And then you don't. You have the worst taste.
That's just how I've always been. Like, since I was a kid, I've always gone hard, If it's like, sometimes my dad would come home and it would be like soft. And I'd say, what the hell, Dad? You know how I like it. And it was like he was just doing it to piss me off almost because he knew. So,
Learning more about Pike every single day. We should end on that note. That's how we should end.
I'm very hungry. They have a Taco Bell like right next to my apartment here that serves alcohol.
That's pretty cool. Cantina, I believe they call those.
Yep. Yep. Correct. It's very nice.
That's very nice. Yeah. Well, I know why you're hungry. It's because you're empty. Your stomach is empty now, and time to go fill it up. Yeah, exactly. Colin says you gotta have it hard. All right, Jesus Christ, we've gone down this path. You've literally soiled and sullied this podcast. I've done a bunch of research. I brought in hard data, and you've turned it into poopy and boner jokes. So I'm glad that you've done it. I'm happy that you were here. Tomorrow on the show, I shall have my payback because Pike will eat an entire jar of mayonnaise. Make sure you're here watching it. We're going to be doing, I think it's 12:45 Eastern, 9:45 Pacific, live youtube.com/Sparks Radio. Hit subscribe if you've never done that. That's a huge thing. Hit that button. We really appreciate it. Thumbs up too. That's just as important because that tells YouTube that you like this video. And if you could just not just tell YouTube that you like this video, but a buddy or a friend, hot diggity damn, it's the best what'd you call it? Finance? It's the best finance show in the world.
Yep. The only finance show.
The
Financial Advisors.
Yeah, this is a financial advisor, not financial advisor, at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. Make sure you are following him. Look at him. So comfortable. He could go take a nap right now. Exactly. I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. There it goes. Hello. Yep. And hit me up there on Instagram. That's pretty much where I'm at nowadays. And I appreciate you being here. Any last words? A pikey boy.
Well, I just want you to know if I don't see you again that it's been a good time.
Show's over, motherfuckers. Now get out of here.